Hey, good morning. Hope you're doing good, Big A. Coming to you from Old Hickory Lake. Hope you're doing good. Listen, this may not be a motivational talk, but I want you to help me work through something for just a minute. I've been thinking about this all morning, and I thought, I don't know if I want to go to them with this or not, but maybe you can help me kind of work through something for a second. I titled this, do we allow for bad customer service? And I'm a stickler for it. I'm just going to confess it right out of the gate. I'm just going to tell you, I like to give good customer service, and demand is probably a strong word. I don't want to use the word demand, but man, I really like good customer service, and my awareness is heightened to it on a regular basis. Like I pay attention to it because we teach it, and I want good customer service. So this morning I get up early, like I do every morning, and hook my boat up, take off to the lake. It's about 4:30, 4:45 in the morning. I stop by a local convenience store to get some gas. Noticed that I didn't have much gas in my boat, and I knew I was going to be out here a while this morning. So I get gas, I go in. Nobody's there. Maybe like there's nobody. And I go over, get my coffee. It's the place that I normally go because it's on the way to the lake. And get my coffee, walk up to the counter, and I stand there. And I wait and I wait and I wait. And a couple of minutes pass. There's like nobody. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they've been robbed and somebody's dead in the back room. And I'm getting a little nervous. And I'm like, where are they at? And I start kind of going, excuse me, anybody here? Nobody. Nobody comes. So I kind of whistle a little bit. It's like maybe they'll hear a high pitched whistle and nothing. So I'm standing there and I'm like, I'm starting to get frustrated because I want to get to the lake. Like I like to be at the lake before daylight, and nobody comes. And I'm like, well, so I start looking at my money. I'm just going to throw $2 or $3 up there for my coffee and walk out. And then I'm like, no, I'll get arrested. Somebody will say I'm stealing. And so I wait, and finally, this guy comes from the back room. I don't know how long it was, 5, 6, 7 minutes. It was a long time. I could have cleaned out, I could have picked up the cash register and walked out with it. This guy walks up to the counter and he's got his earbuds in. Well, I thought, well, no wonder you didn't hear me. I mean, you listening to music or talking on the phone or whatever. He never acknowledges me. He never says, I'm sorry, I was in the back room, I had to go to the bathroom, I'm back there cleaning up. Like nothing. He never speaks. He never acknowledges that I'm even there. The only thing he says, it'll be $2.06 for my coffee. So I put my debit card in, walk out, and I'm like, what do I do? like, like I am so frustrated. But this is not an isolated incident. I mean, this stuff happens all the time. We see it all the time. Y'all help me here. Like, don't let me get off on a rant, and don't let me go off in the weeds. Like, I am from the old school. I can give you that. It's like I am. I'll be 62 on my next birthday, so maybe I'm an old fogey. I don't know. But I remember when I was young, my mom would say, like, we're not going to acknowledge you unless you say, yes, ma'am, no, sir, thank you, please, may I help you? Like, show some respect. And I kind of grew up that way. And then when I got my first job, Herb Berry was my first boss. And he taught me customer service. He said, when people come in, you stand up, you address them, you say, may I help you, please? Hope you're having a great day. What can I help you with? And just, man, I want you to bend over backwards helping these people because they can choose anywhere they want to go and spend their money. Like, do you know what a privilege it is that they come in our business and they're willing to spend their hard earned income here at our location? And to be honest with you, I didn't really understand it at that time. I mean, I was 13, 14 years old, and I really didn't understand it at the time. I was young, right? I didn't get it. But being raised to show respect and then being raised in an environment to where they demand good customer service, you know what would have happened to me if I had done that? He would have fired my hind end. He would have gotten rid of me because he knew that I'm the face of the business, right? I'm out there and people make a decision based on the people that are waiting on them. And for the life of me, I don't understand how I pull up at Starbucks and they look at you like, a calf looking at a new gate. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I just sit there. Maybe I shouldn't do that, but I do. I just sit there until they acknowledge me and say, could I help you? And then I place my order. Like, what do they think I'm doing there, right? Do they think I'm just coming in? Like, and then they give you your coffee and they never go, thank you, have a good day, come back to see us. Let me know if can I put it in a bag for you? It's like they just look at you and you just turn around and walk off. And I just want to be honest with you. I've had the privilege of building 14 businesses. And I don't say that to boast. In no way, please do not take that as me bragging. But the truth is the relationships matter most in every business I've ever built. It doesn't matter if I'm selling a widget or providing a service. It doesn't matter. And those people could go anywhere and spend their money. And I just think that we're standing on the sideline today, allowing it. That's what irritates me also. Some of you are going to go like, Big A, would you want to work at that convenience store at 4:30 in the morning? No, no, I wouldn't. So I'm going to show a little empathy there, but that does not give you a free pass. It does not allow you to not acknowledge the customer, not give customer service, not say, you're welcome, please, thank you, come back. Now, it's not everywhere, so I don't want to give that impression. It's not everywhere, but it's a big percentage of the places that you go. Robin and I, a couple of days ago, went to Chipotle's or Chipotle, ever how you say that, on Indian Lake in Hendersonville. Every time I've gone in there, I've been dissatisfied. And Robin said, hey, I like the food. Let's go. I said, I'm going to give this one more shot, Robin. Like one more time, I'm going to do it. Same experience. Go in there. They don't even speak, don't acknowledge, don't say, please, thank you. You need a bag, cup. Can I help you? And then the place is filthy. There's nowhere to sit. I had to wipe off my own table, trash everywhere, people back there horsing around playing. I don't know. See, here's the thing. We don't have to be a horse's butt about it, right? I'm not suggesting that we're jerks, that we go out there and that we're rude. That's not what I'm saying. I'm very respectful to these people, but I do leave comments and I do call management and I do their surveys and I do go to people in our local community. I live in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and I do go up and say, hey, I want to talk to you for a second. Like I live in the community. I'm not passing through. Like we live here. I live 5 miles from here, 2 miles from here. And this customer service is unacceptable. The bathrooms are filthy. Like the food is cold. And I really think you need to pay attention to that. I'm respectful. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to be the jerk and you can't please Big A. That's not the case at all. I also am an extremely large tipper, right? When they do show good customer service. And I also call the manager out when things are amazing. And I'll go, you know what, man, I've paid attention to what's going on here. And I want to tell you, I'll be back. Like I'll spend my money here because this place is clean. The food was good. Service was impeccable. And I'll point and I'll bring over the waiter, the waitress sometimes say, they need a raise. Like this kind of service is why I'm here. And then when I get good customer service, I'll go back to my office and I'll shoot a video and I'll send it to them or the management and I'll say, hey, this place that was amazing. And I want you to know that I'm appreciative. So I go both ways, right? It's not just one way. I go both ways and thank people for that. And I start thinking about companies in Hendersonville right now. Volunteer State Bank. I've been with them 30 years. You know why? Bill Seals does not allow bad customer service. He does not allow it. He will fire your butt if you don't take care of the customers there. I think about David Patton Construction. Derek Stone is the owner, and they give impeccable service, right? What is it you need? Ron Maston Landscape, they take care of my yard. He does not allow bad customer service. Take care of them. Go the extra mile. I looked out the window the other day, and they were out there picking weeds out of our flower bed. Like they wasn't supposed to be doing that right then, but they saw it. They took care of it. That's excellent customer service. I'll always be a customer of theirs, right? Because they're providing good customer service. I want to ask you about your business. Like, what kind of service do you give? Like, I think honestly, it's the owner's fault if you're not giving good customer service in your business. Fire their hind end. I don't care. Get rid of them. You're like, Big A, it's hard to get good help. Listen, I'd rather have no business than to have a bad reputation and bad business, people that were not giving the customer service that we demand in our company. Like, you're not going to work for me. I've had hundreds of people work for me over the course of my career. I would not allow them to do we make mistakes? Absolutely. I can't tell you how many mistakes we've made. You know what we do? We pick up the phone and we call the customer and we own it. We say, hey, man, we screwed up. We were rude. We didn't take care of this. We didn't get that product to you on time. We didn't provide the service that I know that you deserve, and I want you to accept my apologies. Will you give me one more chance to do business with you again? Right? We own it. We're not perfect. I make mistakes. I say the wrong things. I'm irritable sometimes and I don't respond like I should, but own it, right? No excuses. Make it amazing. The relationships matter most. That's what we've got to do. We cannot continue to go, well, it's just the way it is. I may die and never see great customer service, but I am not going to give people a pass and just say, well, it's just the way it is. It's the culture that we live in today. Listen, parents, if you got young kids, start doing like my mom and dad did when I was a kid. Teach them respect. Teach them to say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, thank you, please, may I help you? Stand up and greet people, right? And then when they do get in the workplace, they've got the fundamentals down pat. There's a young man that I met, I don't know, about 2 years ago. Peyton Owen is his name. And Peyton lives in our community. One of the finest young men I've ever met in my entire life. This guy's early 20s now. He's about to get married, I heard the other day. And Peyton saw me on one of these videos, started following me, read my book, and he reached out to me at the gym one day and he goes, Mr. Walker, I just want to meet you. My name's Peyton Owen. I've got this business here in Hendersonville, and I want to thank you for that. He follows up. He checks on me. He private messages me. He calls me occasionally, checking on my family, how I'm doing. I'm like, where in the world? Like, I want to adopt that boy. It's like, hey, let me go to his mom and dad and say, hey, who is this guy? Listen, we all have the ability to do that. I know I'm probably going a little bit long this morning. This is something I'm very passionate about. It's taking care of people like they deserve to be taken care of. Don't just accept that it's the culture we live in today. Do not accept that. And then think about you as an individual, owner of a business. Are you allowing that in your company? Evaluate. Like when you watch this video, and then reply back. Help me, like break it down for me. Go, no, Big A, you're wrong. And here, I'll accept that. I'll accept like honest feedback. I want to know, like, am I thinking wrong or am I thinking right? If I'm thinking right, I want you to get on here with me and go, no, man, what can we do to turn this thing around? Right? I want to be taken good care of. At the same time, I want to give compliments when they're due. I want to give constructive criticism in a meaningful, polite, honorable way, not be a jerk. Don't do that. That will get you nowhere. But let's stand up and say, hey, man, what can we do, first of all, to provide that kind of service, right? If you own a service oriented business or you're selling products out there today, are you doing that? I think of Chick-fil-A. My good friend Mark Nichols, he owns 2 stores down in Birmingham. And you know the reason that they have an incredible business? The management is teaching them to say, it's my pleasure to serve you. Like, I'll eat Chick-fil-A, to be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of the food. It's good. I like it. I like it. But I'll go there sometimes just because of the customer service, just because I want to be treated with respect. I want to be thanked. I want them to ask, how else can I help you? It's my pleasure to wait on you. It's like, you know what? Sometimes I just want to go and get that. That chicken sandwich is pretty good, though. I have to recant just a little bit. I like that chicken sandwich. I don't care for the fruit, but I love the chicken sandwich. Well, y'all didn't care about that. Who is it that you like their customer service? I want you to put it in the remarks below. Like, because I want to go there. Like, I don't care where it's at. Like when I'm traveling around, like I want to go to that place. Let's don't be hammering and bashing people on here. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for ways that we can provide great customer service so that everyone can get back to a place to where you feel welcome, invited, and warm going in these businesses. Well, listen, I had to take a break. I've been out here since 4:30 this morning. I had to sit down. And I was thinking about this. I thought, man, I want to share with our community, get some feedback, get some ideas. And again, man, thank you for taking the time to watch these videos. Thank you for being in our community. And let's just keep growing together as we go through this journey called life. You guys have a great day. We'll see you.